Hey guys, and welcome to the Everyday Victa podcast. I'm really excited to get this started. As you guys know, I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. I have had quite the story for the last few years, and I'm really excited to tell some of you guys what's been going on, why I'm doing what I'm doing now, why I started this podcast, and where I'm hoping to go. I want to make this podcast as amazing as it can be. I've loved podcasts and self-help books for as long as I can remember. One of the favorite things I love about those things is that they make us so much better. You talk to professionals that give you a lifetime of experience in a book. I don't have a lifetime of experience yet, but I do have some really cool success stories. I have a lot of failures that I can also share with you guys. And I also have a lot of really cool people that I know personally that are amazing. They are dogs. They are experts in their field, and I'm really excited to bring some of them onto the show as well. So those are episodes to be, coming up soon. But ultimately, what I want you guys to know about the podcast and why we're doing it is because I want to make a difference in this world, and I want to share what I've learned. And I think a lot of what I've learned and a lot of the things that I've learned from other people, a lot of it boils down to just winning your day every single day. That's what Victa stands for. That's the mantra of the show, is an everyday Victa, win your day. So we're going to talk a lot about that and how you can win your day every single day, and the different strategies you can use to do that. But as we get started, one of the things I really want to talk about, I'm going to get biblical here for a minute. Regardless if you're religious or not and watching the show, one of the things I really want to talk about doesn't really matter if you have a religious belief or not. But I think a lot of you, I'm sure, have heard the phrase of a yoking, or when an ox would yoke together, or a group of people would yoke together in their infirmities or in their strengths. And I actually never knew what yoke meant. And so as I was listening to a book the other day, it literally gave me the explanation of what yoke is. And I'm sorry, I can't even remember what book I was listening to that told me this, but yoking is two forces coming together to strengthen each other. And I thought that was perfect, kind of a mantra for the show as well, but also kind of a conduit into why we're doing the show. Is I want to yoke with you guys. I want to strengthen each other. I want to get feedback from you guys on what you like about the show, maybe some stuff that could be better about it. But also I wanted to just share all the experiences we've been through. I will probably talk a lot more about things I've failed at than things I've done well at. But that's the point of it, is to learn. This life is a hard one. I got 3 kids now. Probably will have more. We'll see if my wife allows me to. But there's a lot going on in this life. And a lot of people, especially with social media and the way the world is now, you don't show it. You don't show people what's going on. You don't show people the under your skirt per se. You don't like to show the hard, and we don't talk about it a lot. And I want to open up that floodgate to talk about the hard stuff, to talk about the things that we struggle with every single day, how we can overcome them. I don't think that successful people have it easy. I think they figured out ways to cope and to also beat the hard days. And that's what we're going to talk about a lot. So just kind of giving you guys an intro to how this show is going to go, how things are going to be. I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about. And I don't want to take too much time on my segment today. This is kind of just our first video. I'm excited to bring a guest on. We'll probably post the video either next couple of days, but we'll bring in somebody on tomorrow. So we'll have some new content coming soon. But I wanted to just talk about one small thing. Some of you may know me personally. Some of you may have never met me in your entire lives. But I want to kind of start the story off by just talking. A lot of you guys know me as a construction guy. I was a sales guy for a really long time. And then I ended up taking a step out of the sales world and started a construction company. I don't know. Crazy, right? It's like complete opposite worlds. But I found a lot of love in that. We had remodeled a few homes ourselves. My wife and I got into flipping homes and real estate investments. And we just fell in love with homes and doing the home stuff. My wife's an interior designer. It kind of just fit. So we started a construction company. I got obsessed with it. I got so much fulfillment out of it. Hired amazing people. Some not so great people, but most of them were amazing people. And it was the most amazing experience ever. Now, obviously, I'm not doing that. I'm actually back in sales, and we'll talk more about that another day. But what I wanted to really talk about here was I started this company with a dream, with a lot of ambitions, and we worked 80 hours a week. When I say we, I mean me and my wife. She was the backbone of the business. People don't give their wives enough credit. If they do, good for you guys. But my wife was the reason I was able to start a construction company. And it was really hard. It was really hard to run, manage our lives, balance schedules with kids. We got 3 kids now, under 6. We got a 6, a 3, and a baby that's about to turn 1. And at the time we had 2 kids, but man, it was crazy. It was busy. And I definitely made a lot of mistakes, which we're going to talk a lot more about. I made a lot of mistakes in running that business, but I kind of got this false sense of success because the business was growing, but I was getting sadder. I was getting more depressed. I was suffering silently, not telling people about it. I got into depression. It's hard for me to admit that, but I did. I got into depression, and it took a lot to get out of it. A little bit of therapy, a lot of talks with my wife, a lot of talks with coworkers, and trying to make amends with people that I may have done wrong, or maybe I felt had done me wrong. There was a lot that went into it, but what I'm really excited to talk about is my pivot year. I really hope that if there's anything that comes from this podcast, it motivates you to make this year your pivot year. This last year, 2025, was my pivot year. I ended up closing down my company, my business. We ran a construction management company and project management company, and also had another business as a cabinet shop, building and manufacturing cabinetry. And we ended up closing those 2 businesses down back in early 2024. And I got back into the sales world, and it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I expected. But I kept trying. I kept doing what I wanted, I thought was the right choices. And then 2025 came along, and that was my pivot year. You have all the control in the world to change your circumstances. Every single day that you are doing the same thing you did the day before, you're not moving anywhere closer to your goals. You're not getting into a better place financially or spiritually or emotionally. If you want this year to be an amazing year, you got to choose right now that this year, or this upcoming year, of course, like 2026 is going to be your pivot year, the year that you can look back on in your life and say, dang, that was the year I made this choice to change. I dropped a vice. I made things better with my wife. When we went to marriage counseling, I got control of my emotions. I got some therapy. I was able to stop making choices that were making my life worse, or if anything, not better. That's what we're trying to figure out, is not just making your life better, but making it amazing. And every day, not doing the same thing over and over again, but making small, tiny changes that will make you better. And I think a lot of that goes along back to what we talked about before, yoking yourself to someone. If you don't have anybody to yoke yourself to, yoke yourself to me. Okay. All right. Well, that's fun. First time I did this recording for a podcast, and the camera overheated. So I'm going to figure out how to fix that right after I record this. But we'll figure that out in the post editing, and I'll get that put back together. So, but like I was talking before, yoke yourself to me. If you don't have somebody, please message me. If you have questions, I'd love to be able to answer them for you, help you guys going through stuff you might be going through. I'm grateful and so lucky to have people in my life that I can go to and ask for help. But I know a lot of people don't. And that was one of the points of this podcast, is to be able to give you guys some content and some stuff to go look at when you're having a hard time, topics that are everyday struggles that people struggle with every day, but just be able to be a better human. I want to be that person for you if you need it. So please yoke yourself to me. But I'm really excited for what we have to come on this podcast. Let this year be your pivot year. Choose 2026 is the year you look back on for the rest of your life and realize that that's the year you made a change. And hopefully we can be a little bit part of that. I look forward to talking to you guys more about this soon. Like I said before, always open to suggestions of topics and things you guys want to hear about. I'm always open to criticism on these videos and what you guys want to see, or maybe things you don't want to see, or whatever it might be. I'm here. I'm open to it. I'm excited. It's my first podcast I've ever done. So we're just going to wing it and see how it goes. But thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me your time to listen. And we'll see you next time on Everyday Victa.